Austin Burns devotes endless hours crafting his skill on his electric guitar. Austin, a rock and roll fanatic, has struggled to put down his guitar since the day he first laid eyes on it.
One Christmas morning, I opened up one of the biggest presents I had under the tree, and it was a blue Ibanez electric guitar, and wow, that feeling was amazing, amazing.
Austin shares an apartment in Towson Run with 3 roommates. His gear includes 2 guitars, a Fender amp, and a pile of outboard gear.
I just get in that zone of just like playing really loud and really fast, and I'll play for hours on end. And my family just gets so mad at me, and they come in, burst in my room, and they're like, "Turn that shit down." So.
Austin's left hand is unusually rough and calloused. Dirty Deeds by AC/DC was the first song that Austin played flawlessly.
That feeling when I first played the whole thing through and it sounded perfect was a great feeling. It's just, you feel like you're part of the song. You feel like, you partly, made the song even though you didn't. But just because it sounds perfect, when you get it perfect, that feeling's awesome.
Austin owns the complete Wolf Mother discography. He has devoted 2 hours a day for the past 2 months to mastering Joker and the Thief.
I just love how fluid my fingers move when I'm playing it. It feels so great to play, and it sounds awesome because if you get the distortion just right on the amp, it's amazing, and it sounds so good, and it's not the hardest song to play, but it's definitely my favorite song to play. I don't normally go for really hard solos or whatever. I just go for if it sounds good and sounds perfect and feels like you're part of the song. That's what I love about it, and that's what I get with Joker and the Thief when I play that.
In June of 2013, Austin paid over $40 to see Yellowcard and their lead guitarist, Ryan Mendez, live at the Ram's Head.
Doing something you love is amazing, and I really honestly think that I have what it takes to do that. I could totally do that, and I would be happy for the rest of my life.
Along with his guitars and records, Austin owns a new school fishtail skateboard.
Best way to start the day is to definitely get out of bed, hop on the skateboard, and just push. Just keep going. This right here, this is my baby. Take her everywhere I go.
The Spitfire wheels on Austin's skateboard have dents from the rough cement. The wear and tear is something Austin has gotten used to from repeatedly riding over rough surfaces. He calls his skateboard an adventure on 4 wheels.
Yeah, it's just such an experience when you have your headphones in, you listen to your favorite song, and going downhill super fast at the same time with the wind going through your hair. It's just such an experience. Feel like you're in the clouds. Feel amazing.
Most people see skateboarding as transportation, a way to get from point A to point B. For Austin, it's more than that. It's therapeutic.
Skateboarding is kind of like running, but effortlessly, just purely effortlessly. It's just like surfing on the pavement. It's like you're a blur going down the street and everything around you doesn't matter.
A year before, on May 9th, 2012, Austin lost control going down a cement path at Frederick Community College.
I looked at my arm, and my arm was like a noodle.
Austin had gotten out of class for the day and stepped onto his board. The path was crowded with college students. Austin started weaving in and out of them. He began to pick up speed as the path steepened. Before long, Austin was flying down the hill.
By the time I got to the bottom of the hill, I had to turn, but I couldn't because there was people standing there, so I was forced to bail off my board, and I landed kind of on my arm and my side, and I stood up immediately, and after about 5 seconds, felt the worst pain of my entire life.
An ambulance rushed Austin to the Frederick Memorial Hospital. His shirt sleeve was blood-stained from numerous scratches up and down his arm.
As soon as I got into the emergency room, the doctor told me that I had 2 bones broken in my wrist. Both the major bones in here were both broken. So I had to get a cast on my arm, which is probably the worst part. Had to wear a cast for a while.
The fracture in his arm required immobilization with a cast for 2 months.
When I broke my wrist and I couldn't play guitar, I felt so shitty. I was like honestly depressed. I couldn't play guitar, and it was one of the things I loved, and I started losing, my style, and I started forgetting some songs, and everything just started slipping away from me. It was awful.
Since the accident, Austin restricts his skateboarding to transportation only.
Being on my board is definitely a lot, kind of scarier now, thinking about it and knowing how it can have an effect on other aspects of my life.